Today, we're focusing on innovative ways to optimize business finances and unlock hidden potential.
When really the successful business owners out there are making at least twice that in their company. So if they can turn around and figure out ways to reinvest that into what they're already good at, you're taking risk off the table because, like I said, they're good at it and they're not investing in someone else's business that they have no idea about.
Leveraging insurance for more than just a protection, so definitely that requires a bigger mindset shift than you understand. Now, expanding on the taxes part of it that you mentioned, how does corporately owned whole life insurance reduce taxes for business owners?
We actually flip the common conception around tax upside down. So the common conception we all talk about is defer your taxes as far into the future as possible because someday you will be making less money.
Hi there, Canadian business owners. Are you ready to unlock the full potential of your business finances? Learn how to multiply your wealth, minimize the risk, and take full control of your financial future. Hi, this is Kripa Anand, and welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast, where we explore the financial strategies and insights that empower Canadian entrepreneurs to build wealth and achieve long term financial freedom. Today, we're focusing on innovative ways to optimize business finances and unlock hidden potential. Joining us today is Cameron Gannon, a wealth coach with Magnify Wealth. Cameron specializes in helping clients achieve financial freedom by multiplying the use of their money while reducing risk and tax. He's passionate about educating clients on how to take control of their financial future and provide strategies that promote independence. So let's dive in. Cameron, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Great, it's our pleasure. Now, Cameron, many small business owners have retained earnings sitting in their corporation that could be working harder for them, right? Let's start by exploring that aspect. How can small business owners unlock and put their retained earnings to better use without sacrificing control or, taking on extra risk? And also, what are the most common misconceptions about how to use these funds? Please walk us through.
Yeah, first of all, the real misconception is that business owners are told they should be investing their funds within their company, which is
Mhm.
hit with absurdly high tax rates when everything works out right.
Right.
The problem with that, even beyond the tax rates, though, is business owners are chasing this, 12% return in the stock market when really the successful business owners out there are making at least twice that in their company.
Right.
So if they can turn around and figure out ways to reinvest that into what they're already good at,
Mm-hmm.
you're taking risk off the table because, like I said, they're good at it and they're not investing in someone else's business that they have no idea about.
Right.
And they're also investing in something that's worked time and time again
Yeah.
and is active where they don't have that aggressive passive income tax rates that Canadians have inside their corporations. So one of the biggest misconceptions, if you will, is that you have to be in the market to save for retirement. You're a business owner. You're growing your money in other ways.
Right. Wow, that's a very practical and important point, I must say. Now, many business owners may not realize the potential of their retained earnings, but thank you so much for shedding some light on that. It sounds like this requires a shift in how business owners view their money. Now, you also mentioned a mindset shift, right? Can you elaborate on the mindset shift from the chasing high returns to prioritizing control and liquidity as well, and why that's crucial for long term success?
So business owners that are successful in what they do,
Hmm.
they're making money year in, year out,
Right.
but they also can face, and for all the business owners that are listening,
Yeah,
they can also face cash flow crunches all the time, right? So
definitely.
taking those retained earnings, creating a safety net to be able to get them through those times is going to allow them to, again, focus on reinvesting into what they're good at because they can get through those weeks, months, years, whatever it is, that can make a business not succeed and actually
Right.
fail.
I think I completely agree. It's also about building a strong foundation at the base rather than just chasing quick gains. So it makes sense. Now, let's explore the role of corporately owned whole life insurance as a financial tool. Hi there, Canadian business owners. Are you ready to unlock the full potential of your business finances? Learn how to multiply your wealth, minimize the risk, and take full control of your financial future. Check out Magnify Wealth and their resources to discover innovative strategies for your business. Now, let's continue our conversation with Cameron. All right, let's take a short break right here, and when we return, we will explore how corporately owned whole life insurance can serve as a strategic financial tool to support business growth and provide a safety net.
As a small business owner, you know that delivering on your promises, on time, every time, is key. And that means offering your customers the best delivery experience. That's why we at UPS are excited to introduce our new Saturday delivery service, available for both home delivery and to a UPS Access Point location, providing faster delivery exactly when and how your customers want it, without any extra costs. Our Saturday delivery service is just another way we're supporting you in growing your business and helping you gain that competitive edge.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts, we're in the business of you.
We're here to help you plug in,
connect and recharge,
make an impression,
and meet with confidence.
With 19 brands built for business,
your business gets even more rewarding.
With an award-winning loyalty program at 6,000 IHG hotels and resorts worldwide.
Welcome back, listeners. Now let's get back to the conversation with Cameron. Now, smart financial strategies can support business growth while managing risk, right? Understanding how to leverage these tools is crucial for long-term success in any industry. Can you explain how to use corporately owned whole life insurance as a financial tool, not as an expense? And how does it exactly help support business growth, invest in new opportunities, and also build a safety net that you were talking about?
Yeah, so first of all, not only is it not an expense, but it's not an investment either. And that's one of the biggest misconceptions in that corporate life insurance world, is that this becomes an investment vehicle for you.
Right.
It's simply a savings plan.
Mm.
So first of all, what we all know with savings plans is they do build that safety net. They build that liquidity for you to be able to get through the tough times.
Right.
But at the same time, you're building this bank, if you will, of cash that can be used for that reinvesting into what you're already good at. That is how you turn around and multiply your returns. You get your growth within corporate life insurance.
Right.
You also leverage that into your own business and get multiple
Use
streams
cases out
of growth.
it.
Exactly. Right. Using life insurance in this way, the mechanism, if you will, you fund it like you're funding a business. So there is a bit of a reverse gear at first, but as you go, you start getting this compound growth that's deferred from taxes as well. It's guaranteed to grow every single day. So that's where the true safety comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's leverageable, so you get that multiple aspect
out of it. No, very rightly said. I think it's about leveraging insurance for more than just a protection. So definitely that requires a bigger mindset shift than you understand. Now, expanding on the taxes part of it that you mentioned, how does corporately owned whole life insurance reduce taxes for business owners? Because a lot of small business owners must be, very interested in getting to know this. So Go ahead.
Well, we actually flip the common conception around tax upside down.
Okay.
So the common conception we all talk about is defer your taxes as far into the future as possible, because someday you will be making less money. Well, I have two things for that. One, that is more of an employee mindset, not
Yeah.
a business owner mindset.
Exactly. Yeah.
And secondly, if you talk to a financial person and they tell you you're going to be making less money in the future, you're probably not talking to the right person,
Right.
right? So we actually flip that completely upside down
Okay.
and have you pay tax today, but never again on those funds. So within the corporate perspective, that is at the small business rate, 12.2% taxes in
Yeah.
Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
You pay those, you take those retained earnings and put them into a vehicle, corporately owned life insurance, that
Right.
grows tax-free. You get tax-free use
Right.
corporately and when structured properly personally. And then it all cleans itself up with a tax-free death benefit that extracts itself from the corporation to your
Hmm.
family, all tax-free.
Oh, you got it all sorted out, right? You make it sound very easy, but definitely this mechanism is in place. And it also means that there's more capital that you can reinvest in your own company, right? So you get liquidity basically. So,
Yeah, exactly. You're not locking your funds up
right.
to do that retirement saving. You're saving while keeping those funds accessible for whether it's the opportunity of a lifetime that
Right.
comes up in your business or in your investing world, or it's an emergency in your business and you need access to that
You never know,
money to
right?
keep
Anything can
going,
come up. Yeah.
or a
That's right.
health emergency.
Yeah. No, very rightly said. Now let's understand this by a more concrete example.
Yep.
Can you give us a real world example? Anything on top of your mind right now of a small business owner who used this strategy and actually got the growth results?
Yeah. One that comes to mind is an accountant
Okay.
that wanted to start his own accounting practice.
Uh-huh.
And thankfully, he had already been building this plan before he even started his own practice. So he was able to leverage his life insurance to start his current firm,
Right.
build that up, and then because he was earning income from there and replenishing his supply within his policy,
Yeah.
he then used those funds again to fund his passion project, which was another business that he absolutely loves doing, and now he has both businesses running alongside each other, and he used that same policy multiple times because he's investing in something that's going to cash flow and replenish his supply.
Oh, that's a very strong and powerful example. Now, in this entire journey of this example, if there's one thing that you could have done better, is there something, or was it everything perfectly aligned?
In his journey,
Yes.
his journey worked really well. I mean, you can always start earlier, but that's what he did right,
Right.
is he started early enough. If he waited, he would have got to the point where, like I said, when you're starting a business, it's going to take a couple of years of a reverse gear. He
Right.
may have gotten to a point where he said, I need this opportunity now, but I'm not ready to do it with this strategy. So getting started as soon as possible puts you in position to turn around and reap the benefits of the deal of a lifetime.
Great. So, Cameron, if we were to give you a time machine right now, 10 years down the line, okay, after a decade, as a experienced and professional wealth coach, how do you imagine the world is going to be?
Wow. The best thing I can say to that is that you're going to get a different answer from me. You're going to get a different answer from the financial guy across the street. You're going to get a different answer from the financial guy in the US. You're going to get
Right,
a
yeah.
different answer from everybody.
Yeah.
And that's the real problem in the world, is everybody is average when you're investing in things you don't know. So you're going to go wherever the rest of the world goes unless you invest in what you know best, because that's where you can really reduce your risk and increase your returns at the same time. I mean, I sat in a university class and was told, today we're going to look at the relationship between risk and return. Risk and return only have a relationship if we're all on the same playing field.
Right.
And good business owners are not on the same playing field in what they do.
That was a very smart answer. Now, Cameron, this has been a very insightful conversation. If there's one key message that you'd want our listeners to, take away from this entire conversation today, what would it be and why?
I think it goes back to mindset shift.
Right.
We're given so much mainstream advice, hence mainstream.
Yeah.
But that is for the mainstream person. And the mainstream person is someone that's taken a T4 income, and that mainstream advice is probably good for that person.
Right.
But if you're listening to this and a small business or medium business owner and you are good at what you do, you're not average. So don't take the average advice.
Wow, I completely loved all of your answers. It has been an absolute pleasure having you on the podcast, Cameron. Thank you so much for giving your time today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That was an insightful conversation with Cameron Gannon, wealth coach of Magnify Wealth, on strategies for small business owners to unlock their financial potential and leverage corporately owned whole life insurance. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. Really appreciate your continued support. Also, be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more expert insights and resources that can help your business thrive. You can also visit our website, CanadianSME.ca, for more such valuable information and tools. And lastly, a very special thank you to our podcast partners, RBC, UPS, IHG Hotels and Resorts, and Google for their ongoing commitment to empowering small businesses across Canada. Until next time, keep innovating and striving for success. We'll see you in the next episode. Kripa Anand signing off.